I need you to subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications. Playtime! Yay! This is Chibi Godzilla, a mascot in Japan who's been around for a little while now. Chibi is used to describe little and adorable characters, so this is a little adorable Godzilla who's been making his rounds over there. And then he went crazy. But it's funny, because in the past 8 or so years, a different little adorable Godzilla has also been appearing, and it's this guy. He doesn't seem to have a name or a dedicated brand campaign like Chibi Godzilla, yet this cute Godzilla art has done things no other cute Godzilla art has ever done. There's never been a real dedicated marketing push for Chibi Godzilla here in America. But this little guy has been very active in both Japan and America retailers. Of all the cute and adorable Godzilla styles in history, this is the first Chibi Godzilla that I know of to have a major merchandise presence in Japan and America at the same time. These are the kind of things that excite me. Some people like sports, I like tracing the history of various cute Godzillas. And I always make sure to bring that up on the first date. One of the earliest usages of this art style that I'm aware of came in 2016, which is the year the Japanese film Shin Godzilla was in theaters. Shin Godzilla was written and co-directed by Hideaki Anno, who of course is also known for creating the franchise Neon Genesis Evangelion. Because of this Anno connection, part of the promotion for Shin Godzilla included a Godzilla Evangelion crossover. In August of 2016, to commemorate the release of Shin Godzilla, official line stamps for the Godzilla Evangelion crossover were on sale. They're described in this article as newly drawn with unique face expressions that fans will love. Right from the start, this chibi world encompassed a lot of characters. Shin Godzilla even got his own art separate from the main Godzilla. And there's Biollante and Gearus. I just can't get over how many different characters are here. Also in 2016, Shin Godzilla had a cross-promotion with the fast food restaurant Lotteria. Amongst other things, this campaign featured a food bucket with a removable cardboard Godzilla filmography, and the promotion made heavy use of the new Chibi Godzilla. You could see the characters mixed in on the website. There's even a game you can play where you find them all hidden in this picture based on clues. You could see Godzilla's wearing a burger hat on. He's got a burger on his head. There were 3 prizes you can get in a Godzilla meal set: King Ghidorah sticky notes, Mothra-themed masking tape, and some sort of magnetic clip with Godzilla and Mechagodzilla in hamburger hats. Even the Godzilla Evangelion crossover made it into the Godzilla Lotteria crossover. It was a crossover within a crossover. Some of these photos are from my friend and collaborator Nicholas Driscoll. He lives in Japan, so he was kind enough to let me use some of his photos, like here, when the Godzilla Evangelion crossover crossed over with garlic ramen and spicy chicken-flavored snacks. Not only is the chibi art on the packaging, but the box itself turns into a chibi sumo match game, where each player just rapidly taps their side of the box until the opponent's piece falls over. Here are some Godzilla message cookies that were available at the Godzilla store in 2018. Here's Godzilla Popcorn with the Chibi Godzilla and Mothra. Here are some Godzilla candies with the Chibi characters. Here are marshmallows with the Chibi characters printed on them. Here's a Rice Puff snack with the Chibi Shin Godzilla. In August 2019, Godzilla crossed over with Utahiroba, a karaoke spot in Shinjuku. The art we're talking about made it here too, in front of this Godzilla burger. And also on this sticker with the characters hanging out with the Utahiroba mascot. Thank you again, Nicholas, for letting me use the photos. I'm going to put links to his articles on all of these things in the description below. This campaign also featured these nearly 9-inch statues of Evangelion characters, Rei and Asuka, each holding a Godzilla that looks like a 3D version of this art. They were released by Sega. Rei is holding a gray Godzilla, while Asuka is holding a green one. This is just an excuse for me to show my toy photography now. Now, as I said, this Chibi Godzilla found his way across the ocean to the States, and as of this video, you can pretty easily spot him in the wild. The first time I saw this art was in the mobile game Godzilla Defense Force, which launched in 2019. These little characters were used for various screens, including load screens. And this is the only time I've ever seen them actually animated. Technically, this Godzilla is also in the mobile game Battle Line. Here's a sticker pack that was available, and they feature our guy. This Chibi Godzilla seems to appear often in stores like FYE, Books A Million, or Hot Topic. You can see him on this blanket here. He's got some shirts. You can find these guys on enamel pins. I bought these ankle socks with the 5 main characters: Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, Mechagodzilla, and King Ghidorah. I tweeted out a call for anyone to share their merch with this guy, and I got flooded with pics of products, many of which I'd never seen before. And much of it is apparel, but look at this pillow. This guy's spreading around the world like the plague, and I'm excited because I genuinely do like this art. And again, it's great to experience a campaign like this at the same time as our friends in Japan are experiencing it. So here are a few things I have. I've got these Mothra and Rodan plushies, and man, I really wish they scaled together. Rodan looks great. This is my favorite Rodan plushie, and that's no easy feat if you've ever felt how soft this Rodan plushie is. But he's super cool. Then we have this big Mothra. It's a perfect representation of the chibi style we're talking about today, right down to the puckering lips. I believe she came out very recently. Both of these guys I had imported from Japan. My favorite are these large PVC character banks. These guys were put out by Monogram, and they're about 8 inches high. They are beautifully textured and detailed, just a little scratch prone. They run about $20 retail. I am obsessed with this Mechagodzilla. I love his shine, and I just think these are both excellent 3D interpretations of the art. As I make this video, convention footage has shown that there's a Mothra on the way. I am counting the seconds until I can buy it. In Japan, there are also these deformed PVC Godzillas. Now, the PVC banks are definitely based on the chibi artwork. These guys appear to be based on the artwork to me. In my opinion, he looks like the 2D art, and the bank does too, but they don't look quite like each other. Maybe they're two different 3D interpretations of the same art. As you see, this guy's just a smidge shorter than the bank, and he comes in 2 versions, gray dorsal plates and blue dorsal plates. Look at these little mischief makers. As of this video, these guys are easy to find on Buyee and very inexpensive. Again, very scratch prone though. It takes like nothing. I got these guys new out of a box, and I'm pretty sure they already had minor scratches. So remember how I mentioned this started as part of a Shin Godzilla promotion and included Evangelion? Well, as the years went on, Hideaki Anno would also go to make Shin Ultraman and Shin Kamen Rider movies, creating a small, somewhat shared Shinverse. And the new editions received the same chibi art treatment. Now we've got Ultraman and Kamen Rider as well. Kick! Beam! Back in the States, these Godzilla blind bag clips are currently popular collectibles. Like the large banks I showed you, they're made by Monogram. When you look at Series 1 in particular, you can see strong resemblances to the 2D chibi art. Mothra is identical, she just lost her puckering lip. And I apologize that the water's getting a little muddy now about what actually counts and what doesn't, but here's something that I think makes a stronger case than the bag clips. Recently released Godzilla Smashies by PX Previews. A while ago I bought a whole retail box of these guys. Check this out, you can open the box here to make a city that was devastated by adorable monsters. So these guys are light squishy toys. It's hard to explain what the material feels like to someone who's never squeezed one of these, but what's incredible is the way they sort of re-inflate themselves no matter how hard you squish or squeeze them. Does he look like our guy? You can argue he does. He's got the same yellow eyes with the black and white pupils, similar teeth, brows, smile. I think it's safe to say this is yet another 3D interpretation of the chibi art. There's a Heisei-era Burning Godzilla variant, and you know I'm always happy when there's a Burning Godzilla variant. And there's also a 1954 black and white variant, my second favorite variant choice. Plus an Atomic Breath variant with blue dorsal plates, eyes, and a blue mouth. Mechagodzilla is the furthest from the 2D art. The head's a good match, but there are different choices on what made it to the body, the proportions are weird. On the other hand, King Ghidorah is a near one-to-one translation, from the eyes to where the teeth gaps are. And yeah, some small details aside, the Mothra is just like the art as well. There's also an exclusive box from the 2021 San Diego Comic-Con. Let's just take a quick peek at this too. You get 2 more of the Godzillas and Rodan. He is a close match to the art. Similar eyes, this specific triangle design on his tummy. And those are your Godzilla Smashies, a very cool novelty to pick up. Also in 2021, over in Japan, Toho put together a special Godzilla vs. Valentine's Day cafe with special meals and a Godzilla theme. This is not the chibi style we're talking about today, but this is over here in the hearts on the wallpaper. I showed you this portable fan before, and I think it counts. Most of its physical features check the boxes we've been talking about. You can see I'm pretty generous about what counts, but that doesn't mean you have to be. Where the line is here is kind of up to individual interpretation. Look at this Japanese card game that came out in 2019. It's called Godzilla Kaiju Card Showdown. Look at how it has so many elements of the chibi art we've been talking about, yet looks different, as if it was a different artist using the same source material. In the world of chibi Godzillas, something like this isn't unheard of. When I covered the Godzilland designs, I showed examples of art that looked like it was based off of Godzilland art, but was slightly reinterpreted. So something like this actually has precedent. Muddying the waters even more is the fact that there are currently a lot of chibi Godzillas for different campaigns. But I didn't want this guy to get lost in the crowd, because I actually really like him. I'm curious to see how long this chibi style is around, and if it'll ever get a little more something, like another moment of animation, or a book, or manga. When you're doing your Godzilla window shopping, keep your eyes open for this guy. He's not everywhere, but he's not very hard to find either. Tell me where you find him, tell me what you think of these guys, tell me what you would even call this whole campaign, and where you'd rank this art against other chibi Godzilla designs. I hope you found this video helpful. Enjoy your chibi Godzilla. Until next time.